Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Liz. I go by Lizzglams here on my channel. We talk about hair, beauty, lifestyle, vlogs, wigs, installs, reviews, all that good stuff. So if that interests you, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content like today. Today's video is going to be a wig install. Of course, this is a Love Me unit, as you can see by the title of the video. This is the 7x6 max parting bob style C-part unit in the 12-inch, and I'm excited. We're gonna get into this hair, show you guys how I installed it, give you all the details for this style, of course, and then we'll go through the rundown of just what to expect if you do order this particular unit, okay? So hope you guys do love it. This is a chit chat. Get ready with me. So get chill, unwind, and enjoy the video. And make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, like this video, and of course comment your thoughts for today's video down below. If you want to get this hair, or if you're interested in the Love Me brand at all, go to the description of this video and you will see all the things that you need in order to get this hair, or just check out their website. Hope you guys enjoy the video. So I'm getting ready and I'm about to do my lashes right now. That's why they look crazy, because I'm doing my lashes right now. I'm trying to hurry up and get my lashes on. I'm using these lashes that I have on my TikTok shop. They're like the cluster lashes. I've been on cluster lashes real heavy lately because why not? They get the job done. They last a little while, maybe like a week or so, and it works for me. So I've just been doing that lately, or I haven't been doing any lashes. But just so you can see like what they look like, I'm doing my hair after this, and I have a really cute new unit that I'm excited to show y'all about Love Me Hair, of course. If you saw the title of this video, it is a hair review, hair install, get ready with me video. So I'll pop my lash. Oh! I put too much glue, way too much glue. OMG. The only thing I don't like about these lashes, I will say, sometimes is that if you put too much glue, it's a wrap, you know? But that's with strip lashes too. I've been seeing a lot lately on TikTok where a lot of people have been talking about how like the lash industry is dying. Lash techs feel like the TikTok and cluster lashes have kind of like taken over, and it's caused the lash techs to not have work. And it's funny that that became a topic, because I was actually thinking that not too long ago before they started talking about it. And I was like, I wonder if people still get individual lashes done and how that's working out for the lash techs. I remember at one point, y'all probably remember too, if you've been following me for that, if you've been watching my YouTube channel for that long, then you remember like at one point I was doing lashes too. Like, and I feel like it's cool. It's definitely, like, I was seeing one girl talk about it on TikTok, and she was just like, it's a luxury service. Like, it's not something that like you can always afford, especially now in like 2024 where everything is super expensive. I feel like the way to go is just truly like do it yourself. Everything, do it yourself if you can. Like, do it yourself, nails, press-ons, lashes, hair, even like hair, especially because it's so costly. Hair, lashes, nails, like, you know, it can get really, really costly. So I think that like with the way that the economy is going and things is just only on the rise. Oh, not me about to blind myself. But I just feel like because everything is on the rise right now, it's kind of hard to be able to afford these luxury services, especially when it's like averaging like every 2 weeks you have to get like a fill that's like a hundred to $120, as much as that. That's how much I was just paying when I was getting my lashes done. Anywhere from like 100 to 125 on average every 2 weeks. So that's an expense that I think is like kind of like it's a little bit out of reach for me right now in my life. So I have found that like the cluster lashes really have been helpful for me. So that's just me. And I think also with a lot of other things too, like nail services, hair, like wigs are so easy to just, like, a lot of people are starting to learn how to do like the glueless wigs, the glueless installs and stuff like that. Just because it's just like we are in different times right now and it's really expensive. Everything is so expensive. Like, it's hard to be able to, you know, manage and still, you know, be able to afford all these different things that we once were able to. So I just feel like I just saw that. And also I was just thinking about it. I was thinking about just like I was watching it. You know how when you watch one video on the same on one topic, then the algorithm will push 50 more videos of the same topic to you. So I was thinking about it and I was just like, well, a lot of it, I feel, in my opinion, because I feel like we as women, we will be willing to pay. Like if we have it, we can. We'll be willing to pay whatever, as long as we get the service that we feel we desire. If we paying for it, then the service has to be top notch. The service has to be top notch. What I've noticed is that like service has kind of completely gone out the window, and I don't know why. Because as a cosmetologist, I'm a little bit like I'm trying to understand what has happened in 2023 to 2020. It seems like maybe like the end of 2022 to now, 2024. It seems like stylists have stopped doing a lot of different things, and like their rules have just gotten way more stricter. Like they don't want to shampoo hair, they don't want to braid your hair. You got to come already blow dried. You got to come already this, already that. Basically, I'm already styled depending on who you go into. And it's just like, I feel like a lot of people are starting to get turned off by these little things because they're just like, okay, well, what am I paying you for? Like, if you want me to do everything myself. So I feel like it's kind of propelled us into being in a do it yourself world now. Like everything is do it yourself. And then whatever you do get done is literally a luxury. I don't want these lashes to be so thick though. I want them to be, I've been liking like the sparse lash look, like really natural. And these are already way too long, but I don't really have too many other options right at this moment. I think I'm gonna leave it this full because I don't want to do it anymore. This is already a lot because of the length. So I'm gonna just leave it like this. What I will say is the glue. Now the glue that I'm using, it came with it. This is just like a cluster lash glue that you can use. It's the cluster lash glue by Kiss. 3D strip lash glue, you can use it, but anyway. But yeah, it looks like I have on lashes and I didn't have to spend $200. You know what I'm saying? By the time you tip and do everything you're supposed to tip, you know what I'm saying? You're spending a good amount of money. So I think that a lot of people have just become like, first of all, be for real, it's 2024. A lot of stuff is just way too like expensive nowadays to be able to afford, like literally. So I feel like it's sad because especially knowing that like I came from a generation of like everybody being like their own bosses and having so many options when it comes to getting your hair done, getting your makeup done, getting your nails done, getting your lashes done, getting your waxes, your facials, whatever else like you like to get done, even if you're not really a makeup girly or you have things that you like to do. This is way too much. And I need to get more of this foundation. My favorite foundation lately, FYI ladies, I really love the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. If you're looking for an affordable everyday foundation, Maybelline Fit Me is so good. This foundation is just perfect. Hopefully my camera will be a camera today and not get on my nerves, but Maybelline Fit Me, I always have it in my description as well. So if you want to go to it, you can check it out. It's only like $8. That's another thing. It's just like a lot of things are just getting so expensive to the point where we just have to like readjust our lives to still be able to, use the things and do the things that we once did, but make it affordable. So that's why I feel like I haven't gotten a service done in so long, y'all. It's been so long since I've gotten like lashes done, nails done, and y'all, I don't even get my nails done. I stopped getting my nails done like before the pandemic. I was already wearing press-ons in the pandemic. And so, yeah, I just feel like the beauty industry is changing a whole lot. And the people who are suffering the most are the service providers. The service providers are suffering because it's like, okay, now how do I take my business from a service-based business to something now where I'm able to provide like an actual product? And I feel like that's part of the reason that everyone is so unhappy nowadays, because I feel like not only is the cost of living going up and everything else is going up with it, but also like people are having to work so much more that like there's no balance anymore. Everybody has to just work so hard to the point where it's like the things that we used to do as like an outlet, like getting your hair done, going to the nail salon, getting a massage, getting a facial, getting your feet done, whatever that you used to do to get like, you know, have like your little me time. It's so, I know people still do it obviously, but it's just like I feel like a lot of people have kind of strayed away from it just because it's not affordable anymore. And the same thing with hair, like we love to get our hair done and stuff and just have it done, like go to somebody. I'm the type of person that like I like convenience. So I love being able to just go to somebody and have somebody do it for me if I don't feel like it. But literally the other day I was thinking about getting braids. I don't know why I'm putting on this much foundation, honestly. It's just because I put too much out. I usually don't like to do all this foundation and I know somebody's gonna be like, oh my God, the other day I was thinking about like how I wanted to get some braids and I was just like, oh my God, I was looking at a couple girls, you know, booking prices and service guidelines and all this other stuff. And oh, you got to bring your own hair. You got to do this, you got to do that. And then I was just like, by the time I do all of that, I'm going to be spending so much money. And I'm already like, it's already becoming a little bit like too much, you know? So I was just like, well, what if I try to do it myself? And then I was just like, bro, I have never had the patience to sit down and do braids. I've never been a braider. I'm not a braider. I don't do braids. It's just not my thing. No, not doing braids. Even when I was like growing up doing braids and stuff, I just never, no, I will get somebody to braid my hair. I'm not gonna do no braids. But I actually considered the thought of it because I was just like, everything is just so expensive to the point. It's just like either you do it yourself or you pay somebody to do it and you spend all this money that you really don't have. So it's crazy. Because the Maybelline is too light for me. This is the 332. I usually get the 334. Hopefully y'all can see it. I usually get the 334 in the Maybelline, but because this is still the one that I got from Amazon that it was too light. So I've just been mixing it. So I mix it with the Ulta Demi Matte foundation by Ulta. This is everything too. This is a really nice light foundation if you're looking for more of like a BB cream kind of feel. The texture on that one is everything, y'all. Like it feels like a mousse. So if you have like super oily skin, that's the good foundation to use, okay? Everything, because it's super light and it's more of like, it reminds me more of like a BB cream, especially if you are wanting to just do something really lightweight. And I like that throughout the day, it doesn't take, yeah, it gives like a matte kind of finish, but it's more of like a natural kind of matte finish. I have a lot of foundation on today for some reason, because I poured out too much, I think. I need to get another foundation. But anyway, so that was just something that I was just noticing. I was just like, dang, the fact that I even considered doing my own braids just so that I don't have to spend that money means that like I'm not the only person that's considering doing things on my own now because things are just extremely expensive. And not only that, like I was saying earlier, I noticed that like a lot of people, I see it happening already. Like the girls, the lash techs are complaining now. I feel like next is gonna be the hairstylist. And hear me out. I know we love to get our hair done. I know it. And I know a lot of us be like, man, I don't care how much it is. I'll pay for it because whatever. And that's fine. But what I'm saying is a lot of people are going to end up making that transition of just doing their own hair. If anything, I feel like watch, a lot of people are starting to do their own hair and I think that it's going to I think it's also going to be a thing where the hairstylist starts to feel it too because a lot of people I feel like are just tired of being like, and I see it coming, it's gonna happen, watch, it's a slow but steady decline happening in the beauty industry and I feel like it's gonna hit the hairstylist next because so many times I'm watching rants where people just coming on TikTok particular, also Instagram, where you just see like people complaining about their experiences. People have like, I'm finding that the new generation of stylists and beauty service providers is lacking. When you are doing these services, you have to be mindful that these are people who are supporting you. They're coming to you because they like your work. They're coming to you because they like you as a person. They're coming to you because they see value in the service that you provide. Or they're coming to you because they're loyal to you. Maybe they don't like your work particularly, They feel like you could improve, but they are loyal to you. They want just you to do this certain thing that they're coming to you for. And so they don't want to go anywhere else. So once you take out the customer service and you start being a jerk about like being late, now I get it. Like a lot of times, like the rules and policies are put in place for a reason. Like it's a business. You have to be mindful of people's time and stuff like that. But I feel like once you start doing a little bit too much, like I remember one time I saw this policy where it was like, and I get it because I have clients who don't like to take pictures, and I'm just like, well, how is my business gonna grow if you're like not taking pictures? You know what I'm saying? And I only have you as the face of this particular product, and you're not wanting to take a picture, or this service, you don't want to take a picture, and it just, you know what I mean? So I get it. So I seen one stylist, I think she just was charging like $15 for if you didn't want to take content or pictures. And I was just like, I get it. I really, really do. But at the same time, I just feel like it turns a lot of people off because it's just like, girl, like, I just want to come get my hair done. I don't want a camera in my face. I don't want to have to worry about you being on the phone. I don't want to have to worry about paying all these extra fees that I don't know about because you wanted to go get Starbucks or something and you didn't bring me a coffee, so I'm getting charged $10. It's just like so many different things. So I feel like a lot of people are getting turned off by like the service industry, especially when it comes to like beauty, like hair, makeup, nails, stuff like that. People not washing hair anymore, people not, and it's crazy. It's honestly, it's not good because if you're relying on certain people to wash their own hair and then you come and say they they don't know how to properly wash their hair, and then they go somewhere to a stylist or something and that stylist doesn't properly wash their hair, then you have like hygiene, problems, and that's a whole different thing. So it's just like, I don't know, I just feel like, yeah, a lot of people are learning to do their own hair. And also, it's not only the cost, because I feel like we as women, we be making a way. But I just feel like a lot of people just don't want to deal with these stylists and their attitudes, the service providers in general. They just don't want to deal with it. They're just like, why am I getting charged for being like 5 minutes late? Like, why am I getting charged for not wanting to take pictures for your, profile? Why am I getting charged for this? Why am I getting this? Why am I getting talked to crazy? Why are you lackluster? And it's like, you're just, I don't know. I've seen so many stories. I watched this one TikTok where this lady, hopefully I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna try my best to find it. But I watched this one TikTok where this lady was like finishing up with her service with this girl. And at the end of her service, she was taking a picture and a video, and she was like, oh, I'm done. She was like, okay, you guys, this is such and such my client. And she was just talking about me in the group chat and saying how I've took all day and I'm unprofessional. And the girl was just like standing there like, what? You were standing over me reading my text messages, basically. Like, she was putting the girl on blast, and then the girl starts leaving out, and they're like kind of going back and forth as the girl is leaving out, and it just was a hot mess. And then all the comments were just basically saying like, well, you're kind of proving her point, like you are unprofessional, because why are you reading her text messages and then you're getting mad at her and trying to like address her about something that she said and on her phone, like, in privacy. So I'm seeing it more and more, and I'm just like, I'm scared for the service industry because I feel like it's going to slowly but surely decline, and a lot of people are just kind of like on this like do it myself kind of wave, and I really am not mad at it. Now that I'm looking at it, I wish that I would have done my lashes a little less because I just don't like this look anymore. I'm kind of like growing out of like that super like full lash and all that like I'm kind of growing out of it. I'm liking, especially in the summer months, I like more of like a fresh face kind of look, and I just feel like this is cool for pictures and stuff, but I don't know, y'all. So that is just my thoughts. I'm seeing more people complaining than more people being happy with the style, the stylist, the service, the booking fees, the late fees, the, oh, come with this done, this done, this done, and I'm just gonna style your hair and that's it. A lot of people are getting tired of that. So that's just what I think. Let me know what y'all think about it. I just feel like it's just becoming one of those things where we're in those do-it-yourself times. Do-it-yourself times, and not just because of the cost, but just because I feel like a lot of people are just not feeling it anymore. I don't know. When I was doing makeup and stuff, I used to go over and above for my clients. A lot of times I was doing the most for them, especially like my day ones, my loyal clients. Like I was making sure that I was like going out the way for them. Like, oh, you just call me while I'm en route to go to the place that you sent me, the address you sent me, but you want me to go to your house instead? Okay, no problem. Like I was literally going above and beyond for these people because I liked them so much, or I just was just appreciative that they was like, you know, coming to me. But I just feel like now it's just like a lot of people just feel privileged that like, oh, it's a privilege that you get to spend your money with me. Like, wait, what? Like, I don't know. I went to go check my message. Somebody sent me a message on Instagram. And the first thing I see when I look is woman pays $1,600. This is the post that I see. And granted, it's Arrogante. That's Nicki Minaj hairstylist. So I get it. But the hair, that's not the hair included. This lady paid $1,600 for Arrogante wig install without the wig. Like, bro, what? I have to know. And someone said, and it's worth it too. He's the Chanel and Hermes of hair. I need to know how his service is because a lot of people do be paying his prices. And good for you. Like I'm here for it. If you got it, go for it. But the thing is, the service gotta match the price point. The service has to match the price point. Like that's my only thing. Because if not, you won't get people not gonna come back. I'm just saying. I love a good bottom lash. Like if you're not doing nothing to your bottom lashes, what are you even doing? Okay? Get them bottom lashes and thank me later. Bottom lashes are everything. They're everything. How can you not like this bottom lash look? My lashes are a bit much today, but it's cool. It is what it is. Just get into it. We love bottom lashes. I love bottom lashes. And finally, the hair. Switching it up is everything. You already know. The 7x6 series with Love Me wigs are amazing. And I'm not just saying that because y'all know I love Me wigs. But their 7x6 wigs are incredible. Lots of parting space. Okay, you're gonna get a lot of parting space. This one is a C-part unit, so it already comes styled, ready to put on. The quality and the thickness of Love Me wigs is just not talked about enough in my opinion. But this is just to show you, like, you do have a lot of parting space. It is a glueless unit. It's gonna always be HD lace with Love Me. A lot of their wigs with the HD lace, you just get that nice seamless melt and it looks really like scalp like. So we love that. I do also love that this is the breathable cap. So with the breathable cap, basically it is going to have like the little ventilated kind of the ventilated feature going on in the cap, so that if you have like, if you work out in your wigs like me, that's a really good feature to have. Okay, and it just makes it so that you can easily access your scalp if you need to. This particular unit does come with the adjustable band, which y'all already know. I love a wig with adjustable band. It's just like a must-have. You gotta have it. Nice and full, very shiny, bouncy, lustrous. We love it, okay? I love the 7x6. I have a lot of other videos on my channel already with the 7x6. If you do like the 7x6, check out those other videos as well if you haven't already. So this is just me putting it on right out of the box. Of course, didn't do anything to it. And it does come, like I said, with a C part on this one. So if you're a side part girly, this might be the unit for you. Side parts have really just been doing it for me, so I like it. First glance, I will say I love how full this hair is, because what? The fullness is everything. All right, so this is that lace. That lace is nice. The lace is really nice. It's nice and bouncy and lustrous and full and shiny. Ooh, let me turn my hot comb on, honey. Turn my hot comb on so that I can push this hair back and cut this lace. I got rat tail comb, an edge brush, nice little Love Me rat tail comb, and then of course a melt band and 2 HD wig caps with my order. So thank you, Love Me. I love getting gifts with my wigs. it just, I like, it's something about having everything I need in a box that I just love, okay? With my order. Like, we love that. So far, I will say what I really like about the hair is how full it is. But I'm gonna pull it back. So you can absolutely do a middle part with this unit if you want to, but just know when you receive it, it's gonna come like how I just showed you with a side part. I never thought I needed so much parting space with a bob. And usually, look at that, look at that. So 7x6 is a lot of parting space. It goes it's like temple to temple and then 6 inches back. So you could literally do a half up, half down if you wanted to. If you wanted to. I'm not gonna do any baby hair. I typically don't usually do baby hair on styles like this. I kind of try to keep it on like curlier styles, wavy styles, and I have been keeping my baby hair to a minimum because it's not really my vibe anymore. I just feel like it starts to get messy looking really quickly in my opinion, and I probably haven't mastered it yet, but it's not really a trend that I want to master, so I guess I just won't be wearing baby hair like that. When I think of a bob, I think sleek, sexy, sleek. Wig where? Wig where? Okay, y'all, so this is the finished look for my hair. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. What? Ooh. Nice and shiny. This hair, I will say, is very thick. I like how full this unit is, and I love the parting space. Girl, all I did, pull it out the box, put some mousse on it, flatten it out. I bumped the ends slightly just to kind of give it some shape and some edge, but this is really like a 10 out of 10. I like this hair. Like it. I like it a lot. I like minimalistic kind of wigs now just because, you know, I don't have a lot of time. You know, we don't have time. We just need to take our hair and put it on and style it up, touch it up a little bit and go. So this is the finished look and everything. I don't think I have any cons about the hair, y'all. I really like it. I think it's a nice all-around kind of unit, something really easy to just wear and style yourself and just put it on and go. It could definitely be a nice staple for the summertime, especially in the summertime. I like to have like my arms out, my shoulders out, my back out. So I feel like a unit like this would be really nice for the summer, spring and summer, fall even. Just that you really can't go wrong with like short shoulder length hair. It is a 12-inch unit. The pricing and everything will of course be in the description of this video, so if you want to check out this hair, you can go ahead and check it out, see what it's giving. Check out the other styles on Love Me as well, but this particular unit will be linked in the description down below. If you'd like it, you decide you want to get it, of course, as always, you do get a discount for watching my video. Okay, so make sure to use that discount code so you can save a little money on your unit, y'all. This is how the hair came out. It's nice and shiny and very full, and it has a lot of movement and body. So we love that. It is completely glueless, which I love. It's like all glueless for this unit. If you want to wear bobs, you want to wear short hair, but you want to still have a lot of parting space, then I would say this is a good unit. If you want something glueless, perfect. If you want something easy to wear, easy to style, easy to install, this would be a great unit, okay? Like I was telling y'all earlier, we're doing everything ourselves nowadays. So it's good to have these staple wigs that you can just pop on and just kind of like add your own little spin to it, style it the way you want to do it, and then just go. The only thing I will say about the hair, when I pulled it out, I did notice it had like a lot of flyaways. So if you notice you have a lot of flyaways in your wigs, y'all, wax stick is really good. And then I also will do like a little bit of hairspray, because I still see like a little bit of flyaways. I'm a stickler. I like my hair to be flat. And even when I put on the mousse, I still noticed that it was still kind of like flyaways. So to kind of get rid of that, make sure you just, I find that hairspray and heat. So once you do a little hairspray to smooth it, I mean, to get it nice and like smooth out and smooth down, then follow up with your hot comb, and then that'll kind of get rid of those flyaways and make it nice and like smoothed out. Check out this unit down below if you guys do like it. Let me know if y'all have any questions about the hair. I think I went over everything. It is HD lace. It's a 7x6 parting space unit. It is going to be a bob. The length is 12 inches. I'm not really sure if they have other lengths right now or if it's just like this, but again, you can always go to the description to check out. Just go right to this wig and it'll give you all the details and everything you need to know. When you order it, it will come just like how you see it here. So no need to worry about styling it if you're new to wearing wigs or you're a beginner or you just want to, you know, it's going to come already like this. I showed y'all how I just came up with, you know, pressing it out and everything. So thank you, Love Me, for this beautiful hair. As always, Love Me always gets it right with the units, the styles, the texture, the quality, the lace, the glueless wigs, the wear and go styles. Like, Love Me is definitely a go-to company. So if you're looking for a good wig, go down below and check out this style, y'all. Hope you guys loved today's video. Thank you for getting ready with me. And if y'all haven't, make sure to subscribe, of course, thumbs up this video, and follow me on all my socials at Lizzglams. And I will see you all in the next video, y'all.